Okay, we're talking here to Rajiv Finlay. Rajiv is an entrepreneur in Wolverhampton Science Park, and we've been discussing the U-brand methodology and also his experiences of being an entrepreneur. So, thank you very much for doing this.
Thanks for having me.
Do you think the UK is an attractive place to start a business? And for you personally, did you find it easy?
I would say yeah. From my personal experience, one, it is an attractive place. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of vested interest in the UK, especially Wolverhampton. I've been to loads of networking events that, whether it be Invest Wolverhampton or Meet the Buyer events, where we find out what's going on in specific parts of Wolverhampton, with the new train station, bus station, tram station, all those sort of stuff. So it's exciting to see all those projects being talked about and coming to fruition over the years. The second part is it quite straightforward to set up a business.
Did you find it easy to get set up?
Yeah. There's a lot of help and support when you go looking for it. Even when you don't go looking for it, I suppose. The good thing is I'm working on the speed program, which has been put together by the University of Wolverhampton. And the way I stumbled across that was through Instagram promotion. So on Instagram as normal, and I seen a sponsored ad come up by the university saying, are you self-employed, or are you running a business, or do you have a business idea? And I was just like, yeah, that ticks the box. And I clicked onto it, signed up, and the next day I got a call from one of the advisors here, and she was just like, her name's Ginger. Yeah, that was it. It was top tip of my tongue. So she called me up and she was like saying, what's this business is all about? Come down to the workshop, find out a little bit more. So I found out about the speed program, and then I've been here. So the business has gone from strength to strength.
So you did have a lot of help, essentially.
I got a lot of help, a lot of support. It was out there. It's certainly out there.
Do you find like those other people that you could innovate with or discuss things with other entrepreneurs? I mean, it sounds like you had great help to get started.
Yeah.
Do you think there was other entrepreneurs around you could collaborate with initially, or were they harder to find?
At the time I thought there was loads, but as I sit down and I look back to kind of think of, is there any other entrepreneurs in my space that I can kind of say, like, this is my business, that's your business, what's working for yours and what's working for mine, kind of help and lean on. But no, that's I don't think it's there. The way that I've had support is mentoring, looking for people, potential clients that just turn into kind of a supportive role in my life, in my business, and just help the business grow. So that's how I got the support.
So basically, you think in terms of general support from experts to help you, there's plenty of that.
There's quite a bit.
But not so great to kind of help entrepreneurs meet each other and
collaborative.
Yeah.
No. I think it's quite fragmented. It doesn't exist now.
Given, Rajiv, what you've said about the difficulty in finding entrepreneurs, what are the barriers to other people that you know of starting off like you did?
The barriers are funding. A lot of people have exceptional ideas, but it takes money, it takes resources to get it up and running. And another barrier is confidence. People need confidence to get up and go out and say, like, I've got an idea, believe in me, trust in me, and feel like they're going to be laughed at before they even got to the door.
Do they actually say that? They'd actually be laughed at?
Yeah, people. So I run an event called Creators Club. So I have people that I was struggling for community. I was struggling to get the support and the collaborative help from other entrepreneurs. So set up an event called Creators Club in Birmingham, and then we had freelancers come and join us and have a conversation. But most of those freelancers are almost starting out, and they ask for advice and help and advice, and they come to me with their ideas and they say, well, I've got this idea to create a fabulous new app which does X, Y, Z, and it's just like, but I don't feel confident going into a room and pitching this idea. So that is how people actually feel about pitching and the boundaries that they put in their minds before they even got out the door.
I see what you're saying there about that people are coming in. It's the lack of confidence, the lack of not knowing what to say.
Yeah.
Do you think this U brand methodology?
Oops.
Do you think the U brand methodology can help, where it gets people some basic competencies and skills before they even think about beginning to actually pitch their idea?
Yeah, precisely. I think that would help out a lot. And one thing is kind of is building them up to, it's building up one, whether or not they will be competent being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Two, it satisfies that curiosity, because a lot of people have a lot of ideas, and it's always like, am I good enough or am I not good enough? So I think by going onto this program, it can kind of satisfy that curiosity for themselves.
So at least they'll find out. Maybe it isn't good enough, but at least they'll find out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, capturing that at an early stage, and hopefully then, you know, kind of feeding them to another avenue where they might find use.
Yeah, or they might find out on the course the things they have to learn before they can go forward. That might be something like that, because you don't know what you don't know.
Precisely.
Yeah. Do you think that sort of person who comes along who has an idea but basically doesn't have the other competencies like confidence and being an extrovert, do you think they're valued and supported so people can find out what they actually want, what they actually do have to offer?
It's hard to say, but the one thing I can say is the courses that I go on before setting up my business, it is usually those type of people that are real go-getters. You know, I've never really spoke to anyone that's like, like my mom forced me, my dad forced me, whatever it may be. I never really speak to
So you think the people with the best chance of succeeding are the ones who are kind of get up and go?
So like, I don't profess to be like reclusive. I'm very much an extrovert. I like to put myself out in challenging situations. But I've met with people that are spend all their times in their bedroom working on something absolutely incredible. I think, oh my God, why no one heard about it? It's like, oh, it's just mine, you know, I just work on it here, this, that, yeah. I'm thinking that is gold, you know, you literally, the world needs to see that, or, you know, it needs to get to market because it can help a lot of people.
And the danger of that innovation, that idea, that talent can be lost.
Yeah, definitely lost in a bedroom, lost on a computer, a camera, you know, in books, in written script. There's so much IP right there that we haven't tapped into, just because it's not allowing a comfortable environment. I always say you need a safe environment to grow, and you know, these individuals that are not are not extroverted, they will definitely, they need that nurturing. They need to come out, and we need to look after them.
Actually, one of the things you just mentioned a few minutes ago was the need for people, especially if they're not extroverts, to feel safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think that training in the UK is suitable? Do we provide that sort of environment for start-up businesses, especially for people who are not that confident?
Yeah. I don't think there is. My partner, I wouldn't say she's extrovert, but she definitely doesn't have the confidence that she needs. I give her that confidence, basically, and you know, she would be ideal for such a project because you know, she doesn't have that confidence, and when she's able to given the right tools from someone else, not me, because that would be too much dictatorship. But if she had, you know, someone externally saying to her, who's, you know, in a professional environment where she's has other peers to understand, like, you know, she's in the same boat, I feel like that's gonna give her the boost or the best chance to definitely develop as someone self-employed. She wants to set up a sanctuary, a horse sanctuary.
Yeah.
But she feels like she doesn't have the necessary experience, you know, the qualifications, etc., etc. And I say, you know, it's really not that hard. You just need to put yourselves out there. And then when people realize how passionate you are about this project, or passionate you are about what you do, then the right individuals to get involved. And for me, the courses that I get involved with, the success of my business wouldn't be there because I was comfortable putting myself in an environment where people can then, give me feedback, help me with resources, see that I'm struggling here, point. Literally, all it is pointing in the right direction. I don't know everything. I accept that.
So what you're saying so far is all the support out there really is okay for you because you're that way inclined in terms of getting support, getting out there, and all you need is just being shoved in the right direction, and off you go.
Off I go, exactly. Yeah. So I look for those actively, and I'm happy to go there just by signing an application form. I'm happy to read something online and say, okay, that's definitely where I need to be. I'm going to go there. I'm signing up. I'm going there. I don't know anyone in that room. I'm going to go there to find out what I need to do to set my business up. For someone who's introverted, I feel, I believe that they're going to look at it and think, I don't know anyone in that room. I don't know who the teacher is. I don't know what I'm going to get out of it. I don't know what they're going to think of me. Instantly in their minds, it's they're judging themselves.
Yeah,
before they even
I think the judgment is spot on, actually.
Yeah, precisely. So I feel if there was something out there that allows a very clear breakdown of who's involved, who it's going to be for, why it's going to be important for them, just to give it a try, give it a go. It's going to be a safe environment. Everyone there is going to be in the same boat as you, and there's no judgment. Everyone's here to learn.
And also, you looked at the 6 stages of the module and the methodology, and you talked especially about the ability to tell stories. Do you think that's something that's essential before you even think about the actual setting up of the business, to be able to tell stories?
Being able to tell a story is effective in one, pitching your idea to others, because you'd have to be able to tell a good story about why your product or your service is going to benefit someone, and that's a real skill, that's a real art. That's something, I was terrible at telling stories. I was just saying, oh, please come and invest in me, like this is going to be worthwhile. But instead, I've learned my craft through going through so many different meetings, presentations, propositions, hundreds literally, but I've now crafted it into something like they call it elevator pitch.
Yeah.
So now I've crafted my elevator pitch, but I was willing to read up on it, study it.
So do you think that you said about crafting it and honing and refining your pitch? Do you think before all that you still need to have some competencies just so you're able to begin?
Yeah.
So we're looking at almost pre-development, almost pre-training.
This is the training before you get the training. When I was looking through, so it's with the storytelling thing, it's a real craft, and a lot of people don't understand it. They think that once they come up with like a eureka idea, it's pretty much sold. People buy it, this, that, the other, but it could be the best device in the whole galaxy, but unless somebody actually understands what it's all about and how it'll help you, they don't care, because there's always something out there bigger or better, or something they've already invested in.
Brilliant, that's really good. Right, we were talking there about the environment, the opportunity, training and development, but now we're looking at the future.
Yeah.
So do you think the future in the UK is better or worse for entrepreneurs now?
It certainly looks better from my perspective, but I suppose I'm in the midst of it, this whole entrepreneur or business owner type situation. So I can see what's going on, but I'm looking at about a year and a half back when I first initially started. I didn't even know this world existed. So I think a lot can be done to bring awareness into it. So social media definitely helps with that, because with the millennials, with people really going onto their phones and finding out a lot more. That's how we get news, that's how we get information. So that's growing, which is good. So definitely I can see that the output for the future of entrepreneurship will grow, because one of the top trending things on Instagram is entrepreneurs. Hashtag entrepreneurs.
Oh, really?
It's got literally over 300 million different unique posts. So people posting all the time. That's a clear indication to me that it's something that's growing, something that's trending.
Even in spite of the political environment and
I think
the uncertainty that we have at the moment.
yeah, I think because of that as well.
Right, yeah.
So you know, with Brexit, there's not much certainty. There's not much confidence in the government doing, you know, a bang up job keeping us all informed, and there's a lot of it throwing and for and tuning with it. So with that being said, a lot of people take things in their own hands, and what better way than doing that than setting up a business and then making your own money, making your service work for you, and also your life as well.
You're right. I mean, it's important that people have the capacity to be able to do that, the opportunity to do it.
Absolutely.
But having the capacity, people like you have the capacity. You have the capacity. But what about these others? Like you mentioned, your partner. If you weren't there, would she be able to even find something like this?
I don't think she wouldn't, because she is very much. She likes a very structured way. So I feel like when you have a structured way of doing something, especially if you work, so you work a 9 to 5, right? Yeah, you go to work, someone tells you what to do, and you stay within those realms, and then the satisfaction you get is when your boss said you've done a good job, thank you for finishing the 9 to 5 from Monday to Friday. So when you take someone out of that, yet again, it's safe zone, comfort zone, and put them into a situation where there's no
Unstructured.
there's like north, south, east, or west. Where do you want to walk? and like you have no idea which one is going to be the longest route. However, there's people along the way. You have no idea who they are. You've got to trust a lot of strangers along the way. And you know, my path was not easy. Like I've had situations, bad deals that's come out, impacted me, impacted my staff as well, and I've learned from it, and I'm willing to take that challenge. I'm willing to take that risk. I am a risk taker, I suppose.
That's another thing. You're a risk taker as well.
Yeah.
I mean, the people who come from this safe area of 9 to 5, who maybe have come from families and from environments where everybody was 9 to 5.
Yeah, that's all they know. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they don't know anything else. So to move into this environment, do you think the U brand?
Ooh, YouTube, yeah,
Now
absolutely.
YouTube.
Yeah.
U brand, YouTube. I mean, this methodology could get them there.
Yeah,
And we
very
keep
much
going
so.
back to this preparation.
Absolutely, yeah.
And
It's
Bas-
definitely future-proofing those individuals. Like, you know, I agree very much with getting people prepared to have an understanding of what it takes before you actually kind of, you know, take that step into first thing, creating a business plan. You know, this really looks into that.
It's a long way from that, yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
you know. And however, now at this present moment, if I was to try and set up a business, whether it be a Virgin startup, Nationwide startup, Princess Trust. The Princess Trust was actually the first one I've ever done, and they put you on a 2-week long program where you create your business plan over that time period.
Yeah.
For someone who's not well versed on business, or even if they're interested in business, to sign up to 2 weeks, a long time if they're working 9 to 5 anyway, is a massive commitment. So with the U brand, what essentially you're going to get is that insight, that bit of information that you're really trying to get.
Because we are concerned about the idea. Is U brand going to be a solution, a standalone solution, or is it part of a bigger thing?
It's definitely going to be a standalone. Well, it's on to a bigger thing.
Because you mentioned Princess Trust, so you think about U brand, Princess Trust. What else could be part of that? Chamber,
and
as you
then
said. University.
The universities definitely. I think the universities they're doing their part, but I think a lot more can be done, because there's a lot of people out there that are screaming out for like that support, that help, that guidance, and definitely can do more. Whether it be putting on more workshops, creating more awareness,
Or even develop this U brand into a seamless path, maybe.
Oh yeah,
from the
exactly.
beginning.
So yes, it is fragmented at the minute. So I get a little piece from the Princess Trust.
Yeah.
Then you're on your own, mate. You know,
Yeah.
don't look back. You can come and say, "Hi, hello, I've done this so far."
But after 2 weeks, that's it.
But that's it. And then when along your way you like make whatever mistakes, this, that, the other, and then you somehow found yourself to the university, then brilliant. They've got some support for you, and then after that, it's like bye bye. You know, you kind of outlived this time. Yeah. Then what else is there?
So if you could fix that fragmentation and then you brand was a part of it, then it
Yeah.
could be a real solution.
Yeah, I think so. I absolutely think so.
That's brilliant. Thank you.
Mm.